Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make yet another quartz house. By the way, if you have any more house related needs, quartz or otherwise, feel free to check out the card system and the links below down in the description for my various house tutorials playlists. There are quite a few of them. There's a nice little variety. If you want to make the house, however, here's what you're going to need. You will need some block of quartz. Also, grab some spruce wood planks. By the way, you don't have to use spruce wood planks. If you want any type of wood look nice, any type of stained clay, and any type of wool. And of course, there's a few other outlying materials, so use whatever you like. Then grab yourself some glass paint, and finally, grab yourself some glass block. And those are the only four materials that we're going to be needing. So once you have each one of these, and once you've figured out what you want to make it, I'll be making it right here. You're going to want to kick off your house with a row of 5 blocks of quartz coming directly up from the ground. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like that. And once you have your row of 5 blocks of quartz, this is what you want to do next. Take this 5th block, this top block, and go right of it by 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then take this 6th block and connect it to the ground like this to give you an archway shape. Now that we've done this once, we're now going to do this 4 more times. So come back up to this 6th block and go right of it again by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then connect that 6th block to the ground. 3 more times now. So come back up to this 6th block, go right of it by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then connect that 6th block to the ground. 2 more times now. This 6th block, go right by 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then connect it to the ground like that, and 1 more time now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then connect that 6th block to the ground to give us a whole host of archways, 5 in total. Now, once you've reached this point right here, this is what you want to do next. So, we now basically, on top of these 3 middle archways that we have right here, we want to stack 3 more archways. So, starting from on top of this second one, coming in from the left right here, we want to, on top of each one of these vertical blocks, we just want to do, what will it be in total? 4 rows of 4. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Then on top of this one, in line here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And of course, here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we just want to connect each one of those 4 blocks together, top block to form the second row of archways directly on top of the middle 3. Now, once you have your middle 3, we now want to do a similar thing one more time. We now want to take this very middle archway and we just want to add a singular archway on top of it. So on top of these 2 vertical blocks here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. Then connect each one of them together, and what you want to end up with is very much a pyramid shape, like this. Once you've formed your pyramid shape, this is what we're going to do next. So, guys, we have to decide which side is going to be the front of our house and which side will be the back. For instance, this will be the back side of my house, where I have just placed this quartz block. This is going to be the back, so you want to come to where the front of your house is going to be, and you now want to do this. So once you're on the front side of your house, you now want to take each one of these connecting quartz blocks, each one of like these corner blocks, if you guys can see what I'm talking about, where they basically touch other quartz blocks, and we want to extend them coming towards the front of the house, each by 6. I'll show you what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the second row as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and finally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We now, once we have this whole collection of 6 blocks, want to connect each one of those 6 blocks together, and we also want to connect those 6 blocks to the ground as well, or if not the ground, to the previous row of quartz just below. So that's what we're now going to do, guys. We're going to connect everything together. So I'm now doing that for myself. And then once we've done this, we have another little bit of an extension to add on, and then we will be done with the framework, and then we can move on to the other stuff. So we're just connecting everything together at the moment. Everything's looking pretty good. We're more than halfway done. We've not got that much of it left to do. And just got this little top bit to do now. And once you've connected everything together, you should end up with a nice big 3D pyramid shape, like this. Now, once you've reached this point right here, all you have to do to finish this off is make the little entrance receptacle. So, all we have to do, this very bottom center archway that we have here, we want to extend it forward by 6. So we basically just want to do the same thing again and just add a nice little quadrant. So these two corners, that one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then connect each one of those 6 blocks together and connect each one of those 6 blocks to the ground like that. And what you want to end up with in total is something that should look exactly like that. Nice and simple, guys. Nice and simple. So, once you've reached this point right here, this is what we're going to do next. So, we now have the fun of connecting each one of the ground floor quartz blocks together. So you basically just want to go all the way around the outside of the ground floor of your house, and you just want to connect each one of those ground placing quartz blocks together. So just go all the way around and connect them together in this fashion like this to form kind of like a really small looking T shape is what I suppose it would look from the sky. So you want to end up with something that should look like this. No problem. Once you've got that taken care of, we now have something new to do. So, we now have to put in the floors, guys. So, the floors, obviously, there's going to be one here for the first floor, one here for the second floor, and we have the balconies to fill in as well. Now, I'm going to use quartz to fill in these floors. However, you guys can use whatever material you may want. You might want to match the material to the secondary material that we'll be using next to quartz. In my case, it'd be spruce wood planks. In your case, it might be black stained clay, or it might be glowstone, or it might be whatever you like. That's kind of up to you, but the moral of this story is to use whatever material you might want to use for the floor, and I will use whatever I want, which is quartz. I like quartz, so I'm just going to fill in the entire first floor. Then I'll move all the way up to the second, where there really isn't too much to do. We've just got the little inside bit, then we've got the balcony as well. So we're just filling in the second floor now, and this is almost done. And then, like I said, we can move all the way up to the second floor. Did I call this a second floor? I'm trying to get in the habit of this is a ground floor, this is a first floor, and this is a second floor, if you guys can see that. I'm trying to keep the terminology all locked in. It'll take a while to do, just so that everybody knows what I'm talking about. So we're just filling in the second floor now, completely with quartz. And again, remember, you can use whatever material you may want, whatever tickles your fancy, guys. Whatever tickles your fancy, whatever you feel like using, you use, and don't let anybody stop you. So once you have filled in all of your floors like this is what we're going to do next. So now that that's taken care of, it's now going to be very easy for us to place our secondary material. So, working our way up from the bottom all the way up to the top, this is what we're going to do. So, any of you guys that have made a house like this in the past will know exactly what to do with this. However, it's kind of really difficult to explain. What you basically want to do starting off is take your secondary material, spruce wood planks, and you want to 1 block higher and 1 block inwards in relation to the ground floor of the house. You kind of just want to do a layer of spruce wood planks that just goes all the way around the inside. And, you know, that's kind of difficult to explain, it's kind of difficult to put into words, and it might even be a difficult concept to understand just from, you know, saying that. However, I think it's quite self-explanatory once you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. So, you just want to have a layer of spruce wood planks that goes all the way around the, well, ground floor-ish of your house. And once you've done that, you actually want to do pretty much the exact same thing, except you want to do it 2 blocks higher than it is. So, not this one, here. You want to do the exact same thing, just like below the ground floor framework, if you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Again, it doesn't make a lot of sense to say to me, maybe it's just me, but it should be very easy to see what you have to do. You basically just want to add another layer that is parallel to the first layer, except there is 1 block of separation. There you go, that's probably a better way to say it. So, we're just adding this into the ground floor, and it's getting a little bit cramped in here, a little difficult to add, but don't worry, we have just about done it. And you know what, we'll probably take care of the entrance whilst we're here as well. So let's knock this through, and then let's take a look at this entrance. What did I do for this thing? Oh, here we go. So what you want to end up with is something that should look a little bit like this. And if you did it from the inside like I did, you might want to knock through these two middle blocks for the entrance. And once you are here, by the way, we may as well do the entrance. All you have to do for this is make a shape that looks exactly like, and let me take care of the inside as well here just a little bit. There we go. You want to end up with a shape that should look exactly like this for the entrance. So you've just got your little archway of quartz, and then you just want to fill the entire front face of that thing in with spruce wood planks. And you guys should hopefully be able to quite clearly see what we've taken care of with our spruce wood planks. So once you've got that taken care of on the ground floor, we now want to move up to the first floor and do a very similar thing. So let's do it, guys. Let's move up to the first floor, and then let's do the exact same thing. So we're just tracing along the shape of the second floor, or the first floor I should say. God damn it, first floor. And once we've done this, we'll also add an entrance onto the balcony. Or balconies, I forgot there's multiple. There's like 3 balconies on the first floor. So I'm just adding in all of the spruce wood planks, and then we can do the entrances, which are very, very simple. I mean, there's not too much to them, but I'll show you how to do them anyway. So once you've got your spruce wood taken care of, you may want to burst out of the first entrance again, like this. And all you want to do for the entrances is you just basically just want to leave 2 empty gaps like this, and then either side of the 2 spaces that you've left, just place a spruce wood plank just to kind of signify that's an entrance. Or not, you could leave it empty, and you could just leave this space here. It's kind of up to you. So we're also going to do the exact same thing on the left hand side and on the right hand side as well. We'll try it without the extra spruce wood, shall we? So that's the first floor. Let's move up to the second floor. So the second floor, we're doing the exact same thing up here, except of course we have kind of a limited space up here on the second floor. I'm kind of building in the entrances here, and then we've got to kind of be a little bit crafty here with the second layer of spruce wood. There we go. Come on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is this is a little cramped up here. A little bit cramped, but there we go. So this is what you want to have for the second floor. Again, if you want to, you can have like spruce wood either side to further signify like an entrance, or you could just leave it blank and you can kind of just leave the 2 spaces in there. But as you guys will be able to see now that we've got this all done, this is what you want to have so far for your house. Now, what are we going to be doing next, you guys are probably wondering? We're going to be adding in all of the glass pane that exists around the house. So, sandwiched in between the 2 layers of spruce wood planks, you want to have a layer of glass pane, and that applies to the ground floor, first floor, and the second floor. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, guys. So we're now going to go all the way around the house, and we're going to add in glass pane everywhere in between the 2 spruce wood plank layers. So we're just about done with the ground floor, actually, luckily. There we go, that's the ground floor. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better. I like that a lot more. Let's move on to the first floor now. So the first floor here, we're just going to have glass pane next to the entrances. That's not going to connect together, obviously. That's just going to be left alone so you can actually maneuver around the house. Here we go. And that will be the first floor taken care of. See, I'm not sure whether I like this better or whether I like this better. I mean, this is obviously more of like a formal entrance. It looks as though it's designed to be there, but I don't know, it looks a little bit clunkier than this. I guess it's kind of personal preference. I'll leave it at this. That's perfectly fine. And then moving up to the second floor now, we've just got a little bit of glass pane to add in here. Not too much whatsoever. So I'm just going to add in all of the glass pane, and what I'm left with is something that looks... I thought I placed something wrong there. Something that looks exactly like this. And that is the entire house filled in with glass pane. However, there is a little bit more glass pane that you could add if you wanted to. So if you wanted to, if you were a little crazy like me, and even in Minecraft you hold safety first, you might want to add a glass pane all around the edges of your balconies. Now, of course, you don't have to. Nobody's telling you to, but you can if you want to. That's kind of your choice. So I'm just going to add glass pane all around the balconies and see if I prefer it. I'm going to do this left-hand side first, or this right-hand side, I should say. I usually start on the left, that's why I said left. And I'm going to see which one I prefer. I mean, I kind of prefer the side that doesn't have it, actually. I might leave it blank this time. You know what? I might remove the balconies. Maybe I'll keep it on this front one. But I think on the sides, I think I might leave it off. I think I might actually leave the glass pane of the balcony off. But this kind of just shows you guys. Do whatever it is that you want. You don't have to follow this tutorial 100% dead on. If you want to add more sections to the house, add more sections to the house. If you want glass pane, add glass pane. If you want glass block, add glass block. Do whatever it is that makes you happy with the house. So, is that okay? Yeah, I kind of like it on the front actually, but on the sides I kind of leak it plain. What am I talking about? I'm bringing vegetables into this. I kind of like it plain like this. So all we have to do once you've reached this point, by the way, guys, is just fill in the very tippy top of the roof here with glass block. That's right. You guys were probably wondering, when's glass block coming into this? Well, right for the roof here. So there we go, and that is actually the last component of this house, guys. That is it. That is everything. Pretty interesting looking house. This is kind of like an add-on to a staircase house that I kind of made, and I kind of have another idea for yet another one of these things as well, but I kind of like this thing. It's a little bit different, and I actually have kind of a cool idea to go with for the outside of the house as well. So this is the actual structure of the house completed, guys. This is the tutorial 100% completed. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to go away, mess about with the inside, not very much. Then I'm going to come out and mess about with the outside as well. So I'll be back in just a second, guys, once I've made the alterations. I'm not going to, tutorial them. I'm just going to show them you. Back in a mo. Alright, guys, so as you can see, I have messed about with the house ever so slightly, the interior a little bit and the exterior a little bit more. Let's take a look, shall we? So, moving to the interior first of all, what have I done here? Well, obviously, I ripped up the floor, replaced it with spruce wood planks because I knew that I wanted to use spruce wood planks on the outside as well. That's why I chose spruce wood. Of course, quartz would look good, or any material that you guys wanted to use. And that's pretty much it for the ground floor. Then, moving on to the first floor, we have a staircase on the left-hand side. Really, you can kind of put this wherever you want. It is equally inconvenient whether it's here, on the left, or on the right-hand side. As coming up onto the first floor, you guys will be able to see, I mean, it's really the best place, I suppose, is either on the left or the equivalent on the right-hand side here, but, yeah, there's no really good place to put it. The only bad thing, like putting it like in line with the entrances, of course, you'll probably end up with like holes here, so you wouldn't be able to walk out onto the balcony as easily. You've probably got to do some parkour if you put it here. Second floor, just pretty standard here. We've got our 3 balconies. I placed some plants on some of the balconies, not on the front one, but on the side balconies. Not sure if I like them yet or not. We'll take a look at those later. For the staircase onto the second floor, I decided to place it on the right-hand side here. Really the only place that I could find to put it, and I still find this quite inconvenient, and I don't like it here on the right-hand side, to be honest, since we're coming up onto the balcony. I would much prefer it if it, like, entered here, if it kind of just showed up here inside this little tiny room, but it's really difficult because obviously it's such a small amount of space in here, and it's kind of difficult to not obstruct the entrances and exits onto the 2 balconies with the staircase. So I decided to just bite the bullet and just put it on the right hand side here, and that pretty much covers the interior of the house. That just shows you kind of the awkwardness with the stairs. There really is no good place to place the stairs, unfortunately. So moving on to the outside of the house, you guys can see I've made a couple of adjustments. I decided to put some potted plants on the left and right hand balconies. Kind of like them, kind of don't. I'm not sure about it yet, but it does definitely add a little bit something to the house. It definitely makes it look a little bit brighter. On the front of the house here, you guys can see that I've added 2 large pools of water that kind of just turn the house into like a rectangular shape. It's quite logical the way that I've placed the pools. I kind of like the look of the house, by the way, from the top view. I kind of like this. It kind of looks like a hotel or something, but you guys can see where I've added the pools, and obviously I just outlined the pools with quartz, and then there's a little bit of quartz underneath the house as well where I've dug that out where I didn't want dirt, and they're just lined with spruce wood planks at the bottom. Then I dug out 2 layers of spruce wood planks, placed them all the way around the house, as you guys can see. And then for the third layer, I dug it out again and replaced it with black stained clay right there, jungle leaves on top, and that is that. So let's take a nice little 360-degree view of the house and let's see how this thing looks. I mean, I quite like it, and I especially like it a lot more with the little garden section that I've added here, but I really do wish that the interior was a little bit more convenient. These quartz houses especially, really aren't supposed to be that functional. They're really supposed to be a lot more decorative, but damn, I really wish that it was a little bit easier to maneuver. A little bit easier, just a little bit, not a massive amount even, just a little bit would be nice, a little bit of leeway, but that's not how it ended up. Still, I like the house. It's given me another idea for another house, actually, but I'm not sure whether it'll be too similar to the one that I've built here. We'll have to see. I'll craft it, and then I'll see whether it's different enough to deserve its own tutorial. But hopefully you guys like this as much as I do. If you guys did like it, I would appreciate it if you gave it a like, share, favorite, anything that you might like to do to help me out. I love it when you guys help me out. If you guys have any more suggestions for videos, feel free to leave any comments in the comment section, of course. And what else? If you have any more house-related needs, feel free to check out the card system and the links below in the description for my various house tutorials playlist. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, guys.